Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today's daily, which is our Nurikabe Islands and Walls. It is January 23rd, 2026. Let's jump in this guy and see what's going on. So last time we left off, we did half of the easies. Today we're going to do the other half, hopefully, and then we should also have a weekly picked up. So let's jump into these guys. Where are we at? Go to the 21. We're just going to roll, so let's do it. All right, if you all remember, anything with the 1 means everything around is done. In a corner, a 2 can't be going. You can't ever have anything connecting to each other. So that's going to set off a bunch of things here. So we'll just roll with those. These guys, you have to get out. In fact, you just have to be this because there's no other place for your 4 to go. So that's going to push you. You have to get out. You have to be a corner piece. You've got to get out. You've got to get out. Okay, this 2-3 combo here. We can never get down to you, or you. So you are in. This guy has to get to here, which means you're out. One of those 2 will be in. Can we determine which one it is? Yes, because this guy has to get out. So you're in. Okay, this guy will get out through here somehow. So that has to close. The 2 has to go in. You have to continue out. This 4 can only do one thing, so it's got to do that. And then you have to get out. You guys can't connect, so you're in. This is a 2x2, so you have to be connected. There's probably more we can do there, but let's go down here. You have to get in. You have to be no 2x2s. You have to get your butt out of here. You've got to get out, and these guys go 2 as well. This is a 2x2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This can never be reached. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, neither of those could have been reached. One of those 2's got to get out of here. And, well, I don't really know which way it is because it could go, well, it can't go this way, can it? Because what happens if this was the connecting point out of here? Well, that 4 would have to go this way and take on you because this would be a 2x2 and the 5 can't bypass the 4. But what happens if you put something here? This 5 is dead, so you have to do that. You have to be here. Now, this 5 is mostly going to be, yeah, this 5 is just a given. Should have just done that right away. There's no other place we can go the 5, so these are done. Okay, the 4's got to get out. And one of these 2 will be in to finish the 4, so you're out. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can never be reached by anybody. So that's going to say 2x2 and 2x2. That's going to finish the 4. You have to get in here. You have to be here, here, here. Get out. 5's done. Next on the list. All right. Fast-paced kind of stuff. I like it. This is one of the great things about the Nurikabe. You can just really roll with it. As long as, we got a big boy 14 sitting down here. That's going to be interesting. Let's go. Let's put those here. Let's finish this 2 and see what starts to work. There's more work over here because that's got to get out. You have to go here. This is a corner, so you have to be out. There's going to be some interaction over here. This 4, yeah, the 4 just has to finish this corner. There's no other way to put these guys in, so that's going to force you to do that. Corner. The 9's going to have to find its way through, because if we think about how far can this 9 go, 1, 2, 3, 4, well, 5, 6, and of course this one still has to get out anyway, so that's not going to be any use for it. This 14's going to have to roll out this way, and it's always going to take the corner piece. You can never leave a corner just sitting there, because then it'll be, if you have a large number that has to go through, because then it'll be sitting there with nothing to do, so we have to continue out in this direction. Now, we can probably just do some math, say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have to keep pushing up in this direction. Now, this guy can't ever be reached, so you have to be in. That's going to force the 2. It's going to continue to push this 14 up, but this guy has to be in. So now these guys have to get out of here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And it will continue in some way up here. Now, you are a 2x2. You have to get out, so this can continue. And we've got more work up here I didn't see. You have to get out. That finishes the 2. These guys can never be connected, so that finishes you. The 9 has to continue to get out of here. The 3 has to go up here. One of those 2 being you're out. You've got to continue out, so you are in, and you have to get out. You have to be in. 2, 4, 6, 7. So both of these are in to finish the 9. All right. you can never be in. Both of you have to be in, which finishes you, puts you here and here. Those guys are all out. We're going to have to connect you in, and that's going to finish that 14 for us. Good. Let's keep rolling. All of these are out. Corner piece there. You have to get out and over. You have to come up here. You've got to get out. One of these two will be in, and of course then that forces you here, so that means you, this block here, that's a corner now, so you have to go to there. You have to get out. You've got to find a way out. You've got to get out. You have to come down. The 11's going to do its thing down here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Keep rolling. 3, one of those two is going to be in, so you have to be there. You can't go connecting, so you two have to do your thing. This has to connect out. One of you two will be in, so you're out. This 11 probably can only go to here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, so both of these have to be in. That means the 11's got to get out. You've got to go to there. You have to find a way down, so you're there. That's going to finish our 3s off. It's going to finish the 2 off. That's a corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 could still get up to here. Let's see what else we can do around here. We've probably got, I don't know if we have a whole lot of counting we can do over here. But this guy, okay, this guy here has to get up, which means you have to continue. That's 4. One of these two will be in, so you're out. You have to go there. Corner piece for the 2. And you still have to find a way out, but it could be a couple of places. But actually, you can't ever be in, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4 can only go that way. 1, 2 can only go that way. 2 can only go that way. You're out. We're just going to force the 2 by 2. Now that does force this guy to go out, which pushes the 3. The 2 has to go there to do the 2 by 2. The 3's got to go out. It's got to do this, which is going to push this 7 all the way around. 2, 4, 6, 7. This has to be in. It has to find a way out. You have to be in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is probably what happens. Actually, it's not, because we think about this guy. He has to get out, so this has to connect in. Now, this entire grouping here has to find a way over, so it's got to go here, which means the 4 finishes there, and then these connect. Good. Good, good, good. I'm going to keep looking. I can hide this thing. What am I doing? Well, is that? Nope, wrong one. Hold on. Hide you. Maybe I don't want to hide, because it pushes this thing over a little bit. Okay, sorry. We've got logistics going on here. I was trying to make sure this was all working out right. I'll leave that little sidebar there, because it does actually push this over, so I can have a little more space here for my big old noggin. All these guys have to go. You guys. This 8's got to come out this way somehow, which forces you and you. That's going to force these 2. You have to continue out. You've got to go this way and down, which forces these guys in, which means you have to go there. This 2 has to go here to not hit the 2 by 2. The 3 can't get to here, so it's going to do this. This has to get out. The 4's got to get out. You're out here. You can't be in because of the 2 by, not 2 by, but one of those 2 has to be in. The 8's going to continue. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think it could still roll there. All right, what else we got? You could come out this way or this way. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can never be reached by anybody, so that forces the 3 to finish in this direction. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can never be reached by anybody. We're going to have to take on... Well, it could be both of these, I guess, technically still. Be unusual, I think, but that still is an opportunity there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3. You can never be in. Sometimes you just got to do the math. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's all we can do. So let's finish the 8 off. Again, just do the math. You have to get out of here. This is an in because of the 2 by 2. That forces the 2. The 3's going to have to at least go to here, because otherwise we're going to have a 2 by 2. This has to be in for the 2 by 2. The 6 is going to probably have to come up this direction a little bit, right? Because what would be the maximum? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess technically it doesn't have to, but we know it's going to, I think. You actually have to be in. I just noticed the 2 by 2, which means one of these two is going to finish this guy off. Which one is it is the question. It's going to be you, because this guy now here is all blocked off. So you have to connect, which means you have to go here, you have to connect here. You have to find a way out. Again, this entire thing still has to get out, so it has to go there. The 6 now cannot go this direction, because if it goes more than 2 or 1 space, it's blocking this 3 off completely. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kind of situation. This whole block has to get up and over. This guy's going to have to connect into here, so this has to happen, which means this just does this, and then that should close off. Good. Still rolling, still recording, all looks good. Let's keep going. We can, as we get further and further and more into this, we can kind of not necessarily have to cut back on the commentary, but it becomes more obvious what things are going on, so I don't have to explain necessarily everything. You can't be in, you can never be reached, which forces you to be done. You can't be reached. Those guys could go in multiple directions. You have to just get out. And you can't be reached because the 3s can't get there. The 11 can't pass beyond it. This 11 is going to have to go upward in some direction. It's going to take the corner as well. Now, one of you two has to connect here. We just don't know exactly which one it is. You have to just get out, though. So that's something. Where else is the next move? This is a corner, so you're out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can't be reached. You can't be reached. You can't be reached. You can't be reached. That's going to force this 3. So I guess we don't know that that one is necessarily out yet. Yeah, this is another 2 by 2 here, so that finishes that guy off. The 4 has to get up into here, right? Well, I guess it doesn't have to get to here, but it probably has to get to here. Yeah, because if it doesn't go here, both of these are out. So this one has to be in. That's going to, again, reduce what can go on down here, because 4 can't get to you anymore. I'm waiting for one of these guys to get completely cut off so I can make this determination, but I don't know if I can do that just yet, but I'm sure there's stuff in here we can do. Okay, what else we got? Let's see. Well, I'm at a stopping point at the moment. Or not really a stopping point, but I've got to find some good logic to get us moving in the next direction. Let's start over at this 3. This 3 can only go this way once, so it has to go here. That forces the 2. So there's something. This section here, well, maybe it doesn't. I was going to say it has to get out, but it could connect down in here some way, then come out this way. So that's a no-go. What else? What else? What else? Okay. We've hit the first one where we have to actually really think. I know this 11 is going to go this way. So let's maybe start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, that could, and it probably has to actually get all the way over to here some way, because otherwise we're going to have this massive chunk of nothingness. The question is that enough to take that route? I don't know that it is. Let's see, what else? Okay. This could be reducing how many of these guys we get done today, but again, it's just, we're going to go by feels. We're going to do how much we can get done. What would happen if this 11 came down at all? Let's think about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't think that's going to happen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, but it could still go down 1, I think. Let's think about the 3, though. The 3 can only go to here once, so it has to go to here. So there's at least that. Okay. I'm missing something that's easy here. We got to find it. I don't see any sections that are just, unless, yeah, there is here. This guy here is stuck, and eventually all of this has to find a way up. That's what it was. I wasn't looking at that. Yeah, because all of this is going to have to find a way up in this direction somehow, because it can't tie back to you. So you have to go up this way, which forces this. Now it has to continue and go up through this pass, which pushes you here. Now you've got to be out, because that's a 1. And this has to come through, and this has got to continue through, which is going to force the 3. Okay, there it is. That should set most of this up now, because we can start to roll with this 11. You have to still get out. You have to be in, which means you have to connect there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we can only get to one more of these. You can't be in, so now you have to be. There it is. See, it's not too difficult once you just find the right bit of logic. You have to get out. Now we've got to connect you back this way, so that does that. Okay, there it was. Let's move on. Let's keep going. All right, you've got to get here. You've got to get out and up. You've got to go there. That's a corner, so that forces you. You've got to get in. You've got to get out of here. That's a corner. Or when I say corner, I mean one of these two is kind of things. That can't go there or there, so you go here, which means you are here. You've got to get out. You guys are no-goes anyway. I just hadn't gotten to you yet. You've got to get out. You can't be connected. You can't be connected, which means you two are. That means you're out, and you continue up. You've got to get out, so the 6 has got to push. The 4 has got to push. That can't go there. This goes here. 2, 4. We got to continue one more. And this entire section still has to find a way out, so you're good. This has to go here, which forces the 4 up, which forces the 5 up. 2, 4, 5, it's done. 2 corner. This has to get out. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can never be reached. 1, 2. This guy's got to continue up, so the 3 is done here. That finishes those, because that's got to get out, and that's got to get out. This 5 can only go to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which finishes you off. 1, 2, 3. We've got to get this whole section out, so it's got to come through here. You two have to be in. You've got to connect there, which means you guys are doing you. Now all of this again still has to get out. You go there. You're in. Again, continue to get out of this position. One of those two is in, so you're out. You're going to get out in some fashion. We don't know which way it is just yet. What about this section here? Yeah, you're stuck. So you have to find your way out. The only way to do is there, which is going to force now this all to occur. Continue out. You have to go there, which forces those two, which pushes you here. Now you had to get out, which forces this, and forces you, which forces you, you, and you. Perfect. Get all of this done. You. Usually if I'm not talking, babbling, we should say, I'll usually just start throwing all this stuff in that I know is just a given, but you have to go here. You've got to find a way out. You've got to continue up. You have to get out. This guy has to find a way out. That's going to mean this 4 is just cordoned off. You've got to find a way out, so you have to go there. You have to get out. There. This guy's got to find a way out. It's got to keep going. You can't be in because of those. And you have to continue out. You've got to find a way. You've got to continue. 2, 4, 5, 6 finishes. You're out. You're in. That has to be in. This has to get out. This 9's going to most likely go all the way up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is as far as it can go. This one can never be reached by anything, so this has to go here. Now, I don't think that the 3 actually connects there. I think the 9's going to connect there, but we don't know that just yet. We'll have to figure that out first. Now, we certainly know that the 3 does not connect to this guy. The 9 is unlikely to connect. It's probably the 6, but let's get you out of here. And let's see if we can find one of these two is going to be in, so you can't ever be in, which forces you in, which forces you in, and you, and you. So there we go. You've got to get out. You've got to go in, out. It's going to force this 6 to start rolling. which is going to force the 4 to start rolling. 2, 4, 5, 6. Continue out. 3's got to go. 4's got to go. 2's got to go. 3 finishes. 6 comes up. This entire block is going to have to find a way out. Goes here. You've got to get out here. You are in. You've got to come up. You've got to go up. You've got to go up. These have to connect. 2, 4, 6. Done. All right. Well, now I was wrong, I think, about this 3, because there's no way it doesn't connect. So we can do that, and we're done. There was a world where that 3 didn't connect there, so. All right, let's do all this stuff as normal. 2 is finished. Let's get him in. These guys are done. You have to go this way, you this way, you this way. You've got to continue out. That's a corner. That's a corner. All right, you've got to get out. One of you 2 is in, so you're out. Booba-dooba-doo. You have to get out. And you here, which forces you guys, which means you are in, so you're out and in. That forces the 4 to go here. The 6 is going to have to roll up. 2, 4, 5, 6. You've got to get out, which finishes the 4. This entire block is going to have to get out after this 3 does its thing. So that's going through here, and it's going to continue. 3 will finish. 4 will keep rolling. Those are out. You're done. Corner. You can't go in. You are in. You have to get out. 3 has to go here. You've got to get down. 6 has got to start. All right. You have to find a way out. 5's going to come through here, and this is going to have to connect out. So these guys have to do their thing. You've still got to connect. 7's going to go here, which is going to force the 2, which is going to force the 2, which is going to push the 5. Keep rolling. And you guys are all connected at the moment. So there's a couple of places where it could roll. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of these 2 will be in, so you're out. The 6 is going to force this one not to be in, because 1, 2, 3, 4. So that finishes the 5. You've got to get out, so the 6 is going to roll down here. 2, 4, 5. You're out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can't ever be in. You can't ever be in, so you are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that will find its way to connection. You have to be in because of the 2 by 2. That finishes the 6, which finishes you. Now, this has to get out. This has to go here and here, so you're done. Where are we at? 22 minutes? Not doing too bad. Let's see if we can get through these. We did have that little bit of a stumble there, if you will. Not really a stumble, but we had to find logic. You go here. You have to come out the bottom. You've got to finish. You guys are... No, not you. You. You've got to keep coming out. You go there. You. You have to finish through here. You have to get out. You've got to go there and then up. You could still go there, but this 2 is done. You've got to come through. The 4's got to get out. You've got to continue through here. So you guys are all out. Corner. You guys are just givens. I hadn't gotten there yet. This is going to have to get out. Goes here. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to get through here, and you got to turn, which means you have to do this. And 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to be in. One of these 2 will be in, so this guy can connect through. You're a 2 by 2, so that's going to tell us what's what. Good. Now this entire thing has to get through here. One of those, so that's out. You have to find a way out, so that tells us you're in. Could still be one of you 2. Let's get this 5 rolling up this side. 2, 4, 5. You can't be in. You can't be reached, so the 3 has to get in through there. Still don't quite know how these guys are going together, I don't think. Let's go over here now, because you are blocked off, so you have to come up through here. And there's probably one of these guys that can't... Yeah, you can't ever be reached by the 3 or the 4 anymore. And you're going to have to find a way out. The problem is, does it go here? Does it go there? I don't quite know, but you do have to get out there, so that forces the 3 here, which means now this does connect through here, which forces the 4, that guy to go. You're in. 3, 4, one of those 2, you have to be there, you're there, and you're there. Good. And if you ever want me to slow down a little bit on some of these and explain some of the thought processes a little bit clearer, I can always do that. Just let me know in the comments. I just figure it's a little bit more entertaining just to roll through these guys and see what happens. So, but again, let me know anything you want in the, not anything you want, but you get the point. Any tips that you would like to hear more about. You can't be in, so that's going to force you down here, which is going to force these 2s to work. It's going to push the 4 up here. You're going to have to at least go in, which forces this 2. You have to get out, so that finishes the 4. That pushes the 6. You've got to get out of here. You've got to find a way out. That continues that to work. You are a corner. You have to get out, so that finishes this 2 and that 2 and that 2. You've got to get out. These guys have got to connect. 2, 4, 5. There's only one more there. It's probably going to be this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because you and you can't be in. Yep, that turned out to be correct. You've got to connect, so the 5's got to come back and get those. Now this has to get out, which finishes the 5. Now, this 9 is going to connect into here somehow. Question is exactly how does that work? I'm not entirely sure. One of you will be in, so you're out. You can't ever be reached by anything. The 6 has to find its way out. We never got through to this guy yet, so we can do these. Keep rolling. 2, 4, 6. These are all done. The 5 has to come here and here. And this guy has to get out. And he still has to get out. That's going to finish our 5. And you still have to get out. And this has to get out, so that's going to give us our 4. And we're just going to be able to essentially ride this 9 through. And 2, 4, 6. We're at 7 right now, but you guys have to do that. That finishes it. Yep, there it is. Good. Okay, we got a ton of stuff we can just do right here. Let's do it. 2 goes. You have to get out. You guys are done. You're out. That's a corner. That's a corner, which forces you, which forces 2 by 2 for you. All of you, which pushes this 2 in here, the 5 and the 11. You have to get out. You have to get out. The 3s have to push here. You have to find a way out, which does this. Continue to get out. 5 has to take on one of those, so you're out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4 minimum. One of you 2 will be in, so you're out as well. And this guy actually just has to get out of here, so that's going to push you. That's going to block those off. This is a 2 by 2. That's a 4, so one of these and you're out. This 5 can't go to here, because if it did, it would break the 6. And the 6 can't go to here because it would break the 5, so that's a point where we can just say, no, go. You are in, you have to continue out. So do you guys. Follow the 5s, follow the 11s. One of those 2, you're there, you're there. All right, let's see what else. Now, this guy here still has to get out. That's going to finish the 5. You have to get out of here. You've got to do this. It's the only thing you can do. You've got to go this way. Only thing you can do. You had to get out, corner. Let's go back over to here, because these have to be in, you have to be in. It's going to continue to push these guys and finish that 5 and finish this 5, which is going to probably tell us the 11 where it goes. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. There's only one more there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You're just done. You can't be in. So we know one of these 2 will be in. We don't know exactly which one it is just yet. You've got to get out. We haven't even started over here yet, so let's go there. You can't ever be reached, so that's the 2 by 2. You have to come this way, so that's going to give us our 3. One of these 2, so you're out, which means you have to be in for the 2 by 2. That means you're the last one for the 11. Good. This 4 has got to be something we can do with it, right? Yeah, because you have to get out, which means you have to be in. And you have to be in. Now, is this guy a connection point? Not necessarily, because it could go down through here. You guys could never be in, so this 2 we can work with, and this 2 we can go, and all of these we can work with. So let's do those and see what that tells us. Yep, that just tells us the 4 here. You. And this section has to continue, which means you have to get out. You have to, well, you don't have to there, but you do. 2, 4, 6, which means those do have to go. This entire guy comes down, which means these guys connect here. This is, whatever's down here has to find a way to connect back to this main body, so you're in. That does you. All right, I don't know where we are at the moment, but we're getting close to our normal allotted time. But we're going to see if we can get these done, because I still would like to do that weekly today before we pan out of here. Put you there, all of you can go. You have to do this and that. That's a corner, you're here. The 3 just has to end. You've got to get out. So you have to come through here. There's tons of work we can do in a lot of this stuff, so let's just roll with it. All of those are done. You have to still get out. You have to be in. You have to be in. 10's got to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's still room there, but you've got to get out, and you have to get out. So you have to be the lone thing, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, no, there's still one more. I miscounted. But these have to still work, so we can do that. And we obviously can't have any of these two be an out, so they have to be part of it. One of these two will be the final. Which one is it? We can say it's this one. Good. That finishes the 10. You have to be in. You have to get out. And you have to get out. You have to get out. One of these two be in, so you're out. We've got some counting down here. We can do this 6. None of these guys can ever get to this corner. So that's never going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is the farthest it can go. So you and you have to be out too, which finishes that 2 off. Probably means that this just has to go down here, but I don't want to make that assumption. The 8's going to have to find a way here, because if you just do the main counting of how it can go around here, there's not much it can do. So it has to go there and block that at least. This entire section still has to find a way out, so it does this. You have to go here, you have to do there, you have to go here. That's in for the 2, which forces this 2, which means you're in. You still have to get out, so you go here, and there, and there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That could be the last, well, it can't be the last bit of the 8. We cannot connect those two because this entire section will be blocked off. So that is part of the 5. So now we have the 2, 4, 6, 7. It has to go to there. 2 there. You have to get out. And let's see. You have to continue to get out. It pushes the 5. Pushes the 5. Corner piece here. You are still trying to get out. You have to do this. One of those will be, but this 3 can start to roll a little bit. What else we got? You here have to get out, so that pushes you. You have to get out, which says you and you. It says you can't be in. You are never going to be in for the 6, because they would block the 5, so you're donezo, which pushes you out, pushes you that way. You had to get out, so that finishes you and you and you. Finishes the 3, the 6, and the 6s have to get out. They have to continue. 2, 4, 6. You have to go there, here, and here. 2, 4, 5. You're out, which forces you in. We were kind of right about that. You go here and here. All right. I'm going to keep rolling with this one. We're just going to let it fly. If we get a little bit of extra time on it, that's what we're going to do. I think we're right at the edge of it. I just don't know what to count. They don't tell you which one you're on, so it's kind of hard to see that. You have to go here and here. That's a corner, which pushes you here and here. You've got to get out. Corner, you're in. Good. You don't have to. You can go there. 3, one of those 2's in, so you're there. One of those, the 6 has to find a way out. It has to continue out. 2, 4, 5. We have there. Yeah, so one of you 2 is in, so you're out. 1, 2, 3. Good. Where's the next move? These guys are all done with those, so you have to come out this way. That's out. You got to continue. Corner, which pushes you down here and puts you back up. This 3, there's going to be an interaction here, but the 7 is most likely just going to do this, but let's put the 5 out. Let's get the dog out. That is going to finish the 3 and do exactly what I said. Push the 7 out of here. 2, 4, 6, 7. The 5's got to take on this one because the 3 can't get there. You've got to get out. And you can't get to here, so you're going to get there, which means these guys can't be in. One of those 2 will be the last, which means you have to get out this way. and you will, well, you guess you could connect here or here still. 3, 4 could be one of those two. Let's keep rolling with this guy. 1, 2. This guy has to get out here. You have to be here, which forces you. That's 2, 4, 5, 6. This 4 has to finish. The 2 has to finish. Now you have to get out this way. Puts you and you. You guys have to get out of there. You've got to get out. You've got to get out. Corner. These guys could never have been in. You can't be in. These guys go. And we're rolling. The 9's got to just run. So let's run. Nope, you in. You there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. That was enough. That's in. You've got to get out of here. I think you are all blocked off, so you've got to get in, which forces the 4 to finish. That's got to go there. You still have to get out, and the 2 had to be done anyway. 2, 4, 6, you're done. And again, you still have to get out. So put those there. You still have to get out. You've got to get out. 6 has got to finish. That's going to tell us the 2. You can't be in, you are, and you have connecting. Still going. 6 has to go. You have to be in. Let's get some of this other easier stuff doing. Corner, you've got to get out. The 9's got to get out. You can't be in. You are in. You to push the 2 out. That's a corner. You guys here. 2, 4. Okay, the 6 is just done. There's nothing more that could be done there. The 9's got to roll this way in some fashion. This guy's got to get out, so it's got to continue out. One of those could still be in, I guess. You've got to get out. This 5's going to have to go here a couple of spaces because it can't take on too much of this. You've got to continue out, which means the 4 does go this way and block this off. That does set these guys off, you and you. You have to start going this way. One of those two, so you're out. You've got to continue. You've got to connect. This has to get out. 2, not quite. That guy, not quite. We know this guy is going to make a way out around here somewhere. We also know, well, you could connect there. You have to get out here. Let's do it that way. That's easier. You have to be in, which means you're out, which means you're in and you guys are out. Pushes you. One of those, but you can't be you, so now you can't be in because of the corner. One of you has to be in, so you're out. We can probably just clip off a bunch of these guys here because nothing can reach them. The 4 can't get this far. The 9's never going to cut around, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the most it can go to, so these guys are out. That finishes the 4. You have to get out of here. All good in the neighborhood. That's 3. You have to continue out 4. One of you 2, and you've got to get yourself back over, so that does that. 1, 2. You have to come in here. That's going to stop you and push you. This whole thing has to find a way out. So the 6 is going to finish. That's going to finish. You have to find your way. You still have to push, which is going to get you guys rolling. It's going to put you 2 in. It's going to push you. You have to get out. You here. You have to be a corner. We can never get to you. So that finishes the 5. You're a corner. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's multiple things in here that can go, and they probably will. You are the 2, though, now, and you are that. You've got to get a way out of here. You are a 2 by 2. You have to finish. You have to hit the 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to be in. Good. You have to be in. This guy has to find a way out and go through here. Well, we know 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, this is all of them. I can't count. Hello. Let's see. Now, we've probably got some things in here to finish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, this is just done. Again, can't quite count. You have to get out, and that would just finish everything. Perfect. How far are we? We are really running. Oh, we still got quite a few. Okay, I'm going to have to stop them. let's go to our weekly, and then we'll just come back to the easy there. Let's do the restart on you. I thought I only had a couple more for about 6 puzzles, but it just kept going. So we'll run a little long. That's fine. Expires in 1 week. Let's do that one. It's a very easy show. It should just take us about 30 seconds to get through this thing. Corner there. You have to get out. You've got to get out. You guys got to go. Boom, boom, boom. Do. All of these are out. You've got to get in. Push, push, push. Out, in. Can't touch any of you. It forces you guys. See how easy that was? 20 seconds. All right, so that's going to do it for today. Again, I thought we were going to get through all of them, but we had that one little hang up that took us a few minutes. So that's probably why we didn't quite get there. But 40 minutes, I think, is well long enough for a daily puzzle. Anyway, we will pick up the remaining of these guys when we get into the next section, and then that'll just tell us how far we get with the mediums. We'll probably just, on the mediums, because we'll probably just go to a certain point, maybe the half-hour mark, and then we'll just, however many episodes it takes to finish them, that's how we'll go. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this one today. Again, that was our Nurikabe for January 23rd, and we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.